Well, somehow my videos went away, and so I don't have an opening video for you guys today. I'm so sorry, but I do have a little bit of music. So maybe that kicks the show off. Oh, my videos are gone. I don't know what happened, but okay. Nope, wait, I have it. Re-rack. Let's start again. You guys ready? Hold on. Now I have to turn the music off. This is a mess. Wait a minute. I'm gonna get this right. Okay, here we go.
This is the After Party, live with Kim McAllister. Pick a couch, grab a drink, and settle into the conversation.
Oh, thank goodness that we managed to get that okay. Wow. Hey everybody, it is the After Party Live on a Trivia Thursday. Thank you for being here and for being part of the Nikki Maduro show today and the Mark Thompson show as well. Love it when David Katz comes on the show. Tomorrow's Nikki Maduro show is an extended version, so it's a little longer than we have been doing because there's a lot to talk about. And today's After Party Live is going to be really good as well. We've got some trivia. I saw the request from Trevor to have Bob Newhart trivia in honor of his passing today at the age of 94. But the only Bob Newhart trivia I could find was Newhart Show trivia. I didn't know the answers, but because I saw your comment, I quickly was trying to look up before we started the show, well, what could I do in honor of Bob Newhart? And one of the things I saw was a list of 13 facts of the Newhart Show. And one that surprised me was, remember Larry, Daryl, and Daryl? And the fact that I saw said the two Daryls that never had speaking lines in the show. They just kind of stood there. They were very accomplished and trained stage actors, and both had agents that told them not to take the part, and they did anyway, and had a really good time with it. So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, Bob Newhart passed away today at the age of 94. Oh, yeah, he was a great comedian. Absolutely. Doug still remembers the Newhart Show theme song. Daryl, was it Larry, Daryl, and Daryl? Yeah, they're pretty funny. Absolutely. Thank you, Trevor. I'm doing very well. I appreciate it. Yeah, I looked at the answers and and even though I remember watching the show, I wouldn't have known many of the answers anyway. So, yeah. All right, well, let's get into it because I do want to have time for trivia and I have a bunch of really good stories. I should ask you to please click the like button if you can. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm maybe 5 away from 2,200, so 5 more subscribers and we kind of reached the next threshold. So if you have anybody in your life, you can have them click the subscribe button. I'd appreciate that because it makes me feel happy every time I reach a new milestone there. And also the PayPal link is in the show description and in the About tab here on YouTube. The show is crowdfunded. That's how it goes. And so thank you for the support. Really appreciate all of that. Okay, let's jump into it because the first thing I saw today was this mansion. They call it the Moldy Mansion. And this is a story out of SF Gate. Sam Altman bought this $27 million mansion in San Francisco. And apparently, according to a lawsuit, it is riddled with toxic mold, which is such a total bummer because the house itself, it's beautiful. I mean, if mansions are your thing, if you want to have a fancy pad in San Francisco, it's really quite amazing. Got a big pool, which apparently now has a leak. It's a really nice house. But yeah, didn't do too well. No. As a matter of fact, this is the same house where they had a coyote that was pictured on the back deck. It's a gorgeous house. I mean, views of the bay from every room. Just so, so, so pretty. And now we understand that Sam Altman's $27 million luxury mansion in Russian Hill, which, by the way, has an elevator and a sauna and a private garden, is not the dream home he hoped for. The house and grounds apparently have shoddy craftsmanship. There was a pool leak, which is what touched off the toxic mold. It was once the most expensive single family listing. 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, 9,500 square feet. Gorgeous views of the San Francisco skyline, as reported. Let's take a look at some of the pictures from the Moldy Mansion. Why don't we? What a bummer. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can try to fix it. You have to try to fix it. But yikes. Here's what the house looks like. I'm going to share this pictures with you. So, pretty nice. Look at that view of the skyline in San Francisco. Beautiful. There's the pool and one of the towers. Swimming in the pool overlooking San Francisco. It's a nice life until the pool springs a leak. That's what it looks like from the outside. Gorgeous views. So pretty. Modern kitchen. Not my style, but clean and nice. Beautiful views of the bay from the kitchen. Fancy dining room where you can see the Bay Bridge. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice house. It was a nice house. Yeah. $27 million for this modern looking house, which I hate when they take a gorgeous old Victorian with history and they rip all the molding and out and they make it look like one of these modern homes. But okay. I mean, there's the glass elevator you can see in the hallway. It's very fancy. Very fancy. Toxic mold. Yikes. He's not happy. I wouldn't be either if I had a moldy mansion. I'm sure that he has enough money to do the work to get it fixed. He is now suing, though. There's a lawsuit over this whole thing. The lawsuit says it seems obvious why the property was so expensive, and they talked about the home's infinity pool, which is cantilevered over a hillside. But according to the lawsuit, living there has just been one headache after another. The lawsuit seeks damages with interest and civil penalties as well. The home's official owner, not listed as Sam Altman, but listed as 950 Lombard LLC, says the developer provided misleading information about the property and may have intentionally concealed its problems. They were misled into buying this $27 million lemon. It's in the lawsuit. The alleged issues include the toxic mold from the pool leak, the home's water system, an unconnected bathroom line dumping raw sewage into the ground, irrigation lines for the property leaked, the planters weren't correctly waterproofed, so a sewer pipe for the laundry system was crushed, leading to backup and spillage, skylights were leaking, reportedly failing in an exterior staircase, various drain systems were allegedly poorly designed and clogged. But yeah, that biggest issue was when the pool sprang a leak and filled an entire subfloor of the main residence's lower level and felled a gypsum drop ceiling. The pool leak crashed in the ceiling. The environmental testing was done, confirming the widespread presence of mold in the lower level of the residence. It's a hazardous condition that has prevented anyone from living in the entire lower level of the main residence. So they want the pool replaced. They want to get rid of the mold. They want to repair the damage to that lower level, which will cost more than $4 million to do it. Crazy. So, it's not the only lawsuit filed against this particular company. How wild is that? Wow. So maybe the mansion looks nice on the outside, but not the live-in is not all it's cracked up to be on the inside. You see this in Pacific Grove. They've got a shark warning posted. Not that it's abnormal to have sharks swimming in the ocean off the Pacific Grove area or the Monterey Bay, but there's an abnormal number of seals that have been bitten by sharks in this area. So now beachgoers in Pacific Grove are being warned, hey, swim at your own risk, because there's a lot of abnormal shark activity in the waters of the Monterey Bay right off Pacific Grove. The Pacific Grove Police Department put up swim advisories on Facebook this week. A volunteer docent group are the folks who notified the authorities about this high number of harbor seals on the beach with flesh wounds that look like it indicates a high level of shark activity off the coast. So, the docents say the number of shark bites found on harbor seals this year is a lot higher than normal. They usually see some, but not the pile of them that they're seeing right now. So, the alert led the community to the heightened shark activity. They say that June marked the 2 years since a man was attacked and nearly killed by a shark at Lover's Point. Remember that? And then there were a bunch of other near misses by sharks in the Lover's Point area as well. So the number of great white sharks in and around Monterey Bay have increased over the last several years, and they think with the effects of climate change, it'll keep increasing. So the experts say with young sharks here year-round, we see a bite at any time of the year. In the past, they said it would sort of be at a particular time. They would come and go. Now they said it could be any time. And so they're warning people never swim alone. And that swimming at dawn or dusk is particularly dangerous. Be aware of your surroundings and be aware there's wildlife out there. So if you're going to go out, take some precautions. Yeah. They found another orange lobster. I don't know why that song Rock Lobster just came into my mind. They found another one, and this one they found at a Red Lobster restaurant in Colorado. Wait a minute. You want me to eat the rare orange one? No. The manager of a Red Lobster in Colorado said this rare orange lobster arrived at the restaurant. They plucked it out and took it to the Denver Aquarium. The orange lobster was spotted by a dishwasher at the Pueblo restaurant. His name is Jose Romero. And the general manager decided to spare the orange lobster's life and not have it end up on a dinner plate. He said, I've been at Red Lobster for 12 years, and I always unpack the live lobster shipments. I've never seen an orange one. He thought right away how different it was. He said, oh my goodness, I'd better get him in the tank and find my manager. So the general manager said, lobsters with rare colors like orange or blue are usually sifted out before the shipment arrives at individual restaurants. But this guy slipped right through the system. They think it's pretty rare. Orange coloration believed to occur in only about 1 out of every 30 million lobsters. There was an orange lobster caught off the Maine coast in 2023. It's at the University of New England being studied by researchers to determine why the pigment change occurs. Is it genetic? Is it environmental? What's the story here? Well, now they have another one, 1 in 30 million orange lobster to study as well. There's some more, speaking of science, there's some more information about what happens to our brains when we partake of the magic mushroom. And scientists are looking at the mind-altering effects of the magic mushrooms and how they achieve their psychedelic effects. And what they think is that the brain network involved in introspective thinking, daydreaming, remembering things is temporarily scrambled. They did some brain scans of the people who took psilocybin, which is in magic mushrooms, right? And they revealed the substance causes a profound, widespread temporary change to the brain's default mode network. The findings, they think, provide an explanation for psilocybin's mind-bending effects, and they hope this will lay the groundwork for a better understanding of how exactly this drug, chemical, whatever you want to call it, might be used to treat mental health conditions like depression and PTSD. There's a massive effect initially, and when it's gone, a pinpoint effect remains. According to the senior study author, Nico Dosenbach, he's a doctor and professor of neurology with the Washington University School of Medicine. And he said that's exactly what you want to see for a potential medicine. You wouldn't want people's brain networks being obliterated for days, but you also wouldn't want everything to snap back to the way it was immediately. He said you want an effect that lasts long enough to actually make a difference. And that's why he says psilocybin shows promise. So they were doing research in the 50s on this, and the federal government called it an illegal drug, and everything stopped. And then in the late 60s, it all stopped. But in recent years, we've seen this research kick-started again, and psilocybin has been decriminalized in some states, Oregon, Colorado, for assisted therapeutic reasons. So they say we don't know much about what happens at the level that connects the two levels of functional brain networks. So they have to do some more studies on exactly how this all works. But they used MRI brain scans to track the drug's effects on the participants' brains. And they do say the psilocybin caused the brain's default mode network to desynchronize. That the default mode network is a set of interconnected brain regions that all become active when the brain isn't working on anything in particular. The default mode network reestablished itself after the immediate effects of the drug wore off, but then the small differences persisted for weeks. And they looked at people who took Ritalin for ADHD and other things, and they said that drug didn't have those kinds of changes. It didn't affect the brain in the same way. And so the idea is, if you're taking this system that's fundamental to the brain's ability to think about the self in relation to the world, and you're totally desynchronizing it temporarily, in the short term, this creates a psychedelic experience, but the longer term consequence is that it makes the brain more flexible and more potentially able to come into a healthier state. So, one of the things they did say in this study was that every person's functional brain network is as distinctive as a fingerprint, but that psilocybin distorted those networks so thoroughly that people couldn't be identified through their scans until the drug wore off. So that's interesting. The brains of people on psilocybin look more similar to each other than to their untripping selves. Their individuality is temporarily wiped out. And this verifies at a neuroscientific level what people say about losing their sense of self during a trip like this. The researchers say the findings shouldn't be read as a reason to medicate with magic mushrooms. They need to do more work to understand exactly how this all functions. But I thought that was interesting as we, take baby steps to understanding exactly what the impact is. They found, here's a story. They found this stegosaurus, got it in a museum, and apparently, I guess, wanted money. And so they auctioned it off. His name is Apex, this stegosaurus skeleton, and it was auctioned off for a record $44.6 million. Apex, the stegosaurus, lived 161 million years ago and was auctioned off by Sotheby's auction house in New York. The bidders from around the world wanted what they say is the most valuable fossil ever sold at auction. It's being called the finest stegosaurus specimen ever found. $44.6 million. The fossil is from the late Jurassic period. They thought it would go for between 4 and 6 million, but it far exceeded that, broke the previous record set by a Tyrannosaurus skeleton named Stan, which sold in 2020 for 32 million. Again, this one for 44.6. Sotheby's said the stegosaurus skeleton, which is anatomically correct and was mounted in an aggressive attack pose to be exhibition ready, is just about complete. It has 254 of its 319 bones accounted for. It's 11 feet tall, 27 feet long from nose to tail. They say it was showcased to highlight its natural beauty, its throat armor. So, yeah. Apex was discovered in May of 2022 on a private ranch in Dinosaur, Colorado, which lives up to its name. The sale, they say, has been years in the making. They have worked very closely from the moment of its discovery, and they have not revealed any information about the buyer. It will bum me out if the person who bought this isn't going to show it in a public way, in a museum or something like this. It'll really bum me out. Because, I mean, can you imagine having your moldy mansion and putting this in your massive mansion lobby? I think it should be on display for people to see and children to learn about, to inspire science and dreams and exploration. And I would hate to see it go to a private collection. I know we don't get political on this show a lot, but we're going to get a little bit political. This guy in Texas decides that he's going to change his name and run for president. He changed his name to literally anybody else. He says he wants to be the president. He's a 35-year-old military vet. He's a math teacher at a middle school. Hi, Teacher Lori. He is formally known as Dustin Ebby. He is running for president, he said, to protest both current major party candidates, President Biden and former President Trump, and to show his distaste, he says, for this system that often prioritizes partisan battles over real solutions. He is not wrong. And he is running in a write-in campaign in Texas. He didn't get the required signatures to make it onto the ballot. He is expected to appear by name on the Tennessee ballot, where he did get the required number of signatures. He said it's not necessarily about drawing attention to my grievances, but about giving a place for anyone who shares these grievances to come together to a focal point, to kind of make a point, right? Else, his last name is now, his first name is literally, his second name is anybody, and his last name is Else. Else announced that a New York man who currently lives in Switzerland will be his running mate. That man's name is Neil David Sutz. So, do they have any chance? No. But it's funny that he changed his name to literally anybody else. I get it. I get the frustration. We talk for a moment about this lotto of the day, and I don't think I'm going to get to all my stories because we have to get to trivia as well. Here's lotto of the day. The lotto of the day is in regards to a man in Michigan, and he won a record-breaking $963,000 in a Fantasy 5 jackpot winning. He said, his 56-year-old man from Macomb County, that he has played the Fantasy 5 drawing every day for years since it launched in 2004. But he went to the Smokers Express and he bought this ticket on June 26th. He said, I play a Fantasy 5 every single day. God, imagine how expensive that gets. The day after the drawing, I was at work and I heard a big Fantasy 5 jackpot was won. So I got on MichiganLottery.com to see where it was sold. And when I saw the winning ticket was purchased at the store where I usually play, I called my wife and said, my store sold a big winner. She asked if it was me, but he said I didn't have my ticket on me to check. So later in the evening, he finds his ticket and he finds out he is indeed the record-breaking winner. He and his wife looked at the ticket together. He said, I didn't know how to feel at first because I didn't think it was real. And now that it's finally sunk in, it feels really great. And in Michigan, $963,000 less tax apparently is enough to buy a new vehicle, a new home, and a new cottage, which is what he plans to do with his winnings. In California, 963,000 less tax. You could probably buy a very modest home, but you got to leave out the vehicle and the cottage. No can do. All right. Okay, I think I can do one more story because I'll try to slip in two. Let's talk about the candies. Talk about the battery candies. Did I put that in? The gummy batteries are a new thing. It freaks me out a little bit because they kind of look like gummy candies, don't they? Yeah. I don't know. But scientists have come up with these jelly batteries. And what they want to do with them is power wearable devices. And this is where we go into the future, brain implants. This is out of Cambridge University. They say scientists there have developed an electric eel-inspired jelly-like battery for use in wearable devices and soft robotics that potentially could be implanted into the brain to deliver drugs, control epilepsy, or other neurological conditions. They say the soft, stretchable jelly batteries mimic modified muscle cells called electrolytes that eels use to stun their prey. So these stretchy, sticky, Lego-like layered materials would be capable of delivering electric current. It's a self-healing battery. It can stretch tenfold without any reduction in conductivity. And it's the first time a single material has combined the two properties. You'll find more in the peer-reviewed U.S. journal Science Advances. The batteries are made from 3D networks of polymers or hydrogels that contain more than 60% water. They're bonded in place by on-off interactions that precisely control the jelly's mechanical properties to mimic the characteristics of human tissue. They make hydrogels a perfect fit for soft robotics and bioelectronics, provided they also offer conductivity and ability to flex lengthways. They say it's hard to design a material that's both highly stretchable and highly conductive because those two properties are normally at odds with each other. But they managed to do it. They were able to overcome it by charging the normally neutrally charged polymers with these hydrogels to make them conductive. By changing the salt component of each gel, they say, we can make them sticky and squish them together in multiple layers so we can build up larger energy potential. What are you gonna... You want that in your brain? Okay. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes science freaks me out. The strong bonds are what allow the jelly batteries to be stretched without the layers detaching from each other and critically without any loss of conductivity. So, they think this holds great promise for the future use in biomedical implants. Hydrogels batteries. So interesting. The last story I wanted to tell you about, just because the picture is so cool. Check it out. They're shipping the part of a rocket ship. It's always so interesting when these things are seen on the roadways. NASA shipped this critical rocket stage to Florida for the Artemis 2 mission to the moon. They rolled it from Louisiana, a crucial rocket stage is what it is, all the way to Florida as part of NASA's Artemis 2 mission to send humans to the moon again. It's a 212-foot-long space launch system rocket called the core stage, and it was released from NASA's Michoud Assembly Facility in New Orleans to travel by barge about 900 miles to Florida's Kennedy Space Center, which is where NASA, talked about this the other day, they recently announced plans to rename a building after Dorothy Vaughan and other women involved in the Apollo space program. The delivery for the Artemis 2 mission signals a shift from manufacturing to launch readiness as the teams now continue to make progress on hardware for all major elements of future SLS rockets. Interesting to see it going down the roadway, though. humongous. The rocket's core stage, of which Boeing was the project's lead contractor, is the largest NASA has ever produced. According to the Federal Space Agency, it was reportedly uploaded on giant platforms and then pulled down Venus Street to the Mississippi River Gulf Canal loading area, where it was put on NASA's Pegasus barge for the trip to Florida. And there it goes. Off it goes into the world. All right, are you guys ready for Trivia Thursday? Because I think I am. Whoop, nope, Trivia Thursday, there it is. Woohoo! Hey, I'm going to the chat. I kind of wish you guys could talk back to me. I want to hear you. Hidden Figure movie, yeah. Boeing's involved, they better double check the O-rings. And the doors, right? Lord. Okay, you ready for it? Trevor says yes, you're ready for it. We're all gathered together for the trivia of the day. And the first knowledge is for the geeks among us, the computer geeks among us. The first question is, what's another name for the information superhighway? This will start easy and we're going to get a little more difficult. What is the another name for the information superhighway? Yeah, we know this one. It's easy. It's not www. It is indeed the internet. Yes. The internet, the internet, the internet. Okay, so we're starting well. Well done. Yes. SJ Lola slapping it down first, followed by Heather and John. It is the internet. Okay. The next one. In what film does the computer HAL 9000 say, "I know you and Frank were planning to disconnect me, and I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen"? In which film does the computer HAL 9000 say, "I know you and Frank were planning to disconnect me, and I'm afraid that is something I cannot allow to happen"? Anybody get it? It is... You guys got it. Go back. Oh, you guys really got it. Space Odyssey, you say. 2001, says John. 2000. I'll give it to you, but it is 2001. A Space Odyssey is the answer in the answer key. 2001: A Space Odyssey. But if you got any part of that, I say you are awesome and you deserve a win. So yes, 2001: A Space Odyssey is the right answer. Okay. In 1997, the IBM computer Deep Blue beat world champion Garry Kasparov at what game? In 1997, the IBM computer Deep Blue beat world champion Garry Kasparov at what game? Yeah, you guys are on fire today. Chess is the right answer. Mars coming in with the win, followed by Heather. Luis coming in. Ren coming in. It was not Jeopardy, but I love that you try, and I really want that drink in your picture. Linda says chess, and Chris says chess. Well done. It is chess. When Berkeley Systems released these airborne appliances, they were an instant hit. What were they? When Berkeley Systems released these airborne appliances, they were an instant hit. What were they? No, interestingly, you would think you're thinking too current. Drones. A lot of people saying drones. Refrigerator. No. So don't think literal. Think screensaver. I'll give you a hint. When Berkeley Systems released these airborne appliances, they were an instant hit. What were they? Not hoverboards. Not dryers. Not paper airplanes. Not frisbees. You guys are going to remember it when I say it. Maybe the question's awkwardly worded. When Berkeley Systems released these airborne appliances, they were an instant hit. What were they? I know you guys had this on your screensavers. Yeah. They were flying toasters. That's exactly what they were. As if Tesla says toasters that fly. Flying toasters, Chris from Menlo Park. They were the toasters, says Mo. Yeah, flying toasters. That's right. Flying toasters is what it was. Next question. This science fiction author said, I do not fear computers. I fear the lack of them. I do not fear computers. I fear the lack of them. Which science fiction author says this? This might be the only science fiction author I actually know. Yeah, it's Asimov. Asimov. Isaac Asimov, says Heather. I think she's the first with it. Isaac Asimov is the correct answer. What furry computer-driven toy was banned from intelligence agencies because officials feared it could repeat state secrets? What furry computer-driven toy was banned from intelligence agencies because officials feared that it could repeat state secrets? Yeah, you guys got it. It is the Furby. The Furby was banned. Linda and Heather. Colors of the Wind. Hello. Trevor has it too. And Mars and Nancy. And William got it. Luis got it. Mama got it. Well done, you guys. Look at you. Teddy Ruxpin. God, I remember Teddy Ruxpin, Sandy. Goodness. Okay, the next one. What company created Lisa, the first commercial personal computer to use a mouse? What company created Lisa, the first commercial personal computer to use a mouse? Yeah. And Jennifer gets it. Jennifer, throwing down Apple, and that is the correct answer. SF Tesla is correct. Mars is correct. SJ Lola, John and Calvin, and William, and Chris. You guys, yeah. The name, didn't Steve Jobs name it after was it his daughter? The advanced computer generated imagery created hordes of supernatural creatures and an army of the dead in what Lord of the Rings movie? Advanced computer generated imagery created hordes of supernatural creatures and an army of the dead in which Lord of the Rings movie? Ooh, that's cool, John. Wow. No and no. What do we have? Yeah, Uncle Jim has it. It was Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. That is the right answer. Linda gets it. Uncle Jim gets it. We have, Deidre, if it's not your category, I have other questions coming up as well. So they're not all techie, but the first section is techie. Okay. Which, by the way, we're almost at the end of. This Japanese company started off making handmade cards and went on to become a powerful video game producer. So this Japanese company first made handmade cards and then went on to become a very powerful video game producer. I did not know this about Nintendo, but that is the correct answer, William Martinez. Nintendo made cards first? Wow. Calvin got it too. Luis got it. Nintendo for Chris. Nintendo for Mama. Yeah. Teacher Lori's like, I don't know. Okay, last tech question. Oh, second to last. What film portrays a future where people live in a computer simulated reality created by machines? What film portrays a future where people live in a computer simulated reality created by machines? Yeah. Heather slaps down The Matrix. That is exactly right. Tron would have been an interesting answer. Although, didn't you have to, like, suck yourself in there in some way? Whereas The Matrix, everyone just automatically lived in there. Jennifer gets The Matrix as well. Louise, The Matrix. The Matrix is the right answer. Although, Tron, I think, is also good. So, I don't know. Ooh, Teacher Lori, they're really interesting. They kind of make you think about possibilities. I recommend. Okay, last techie question. Tennis for Two, created by William Higginbotham, is believed to be the world's first Tennis for Two is believed to be the world's first. That's a good answer. It's believed to be the world's first video game. SJ Lola, yes. It is believed to be the world's first video game. Okay, my friends, let us move on. What word has the highest number of definitions in the Oxford English Dictionary? 464 definitions, and many other dictionaries as well. What word has the highest number of definitions in the Oxford English Dictionary? 464 definitions. Do we know? I don't know the word. I have to look it up. I would have got this one wrong. But you guys are so amazing that somebody's going to get this right. Because you guys are just those people. This is really interesting. I would never have known it. Yep. 464 definitions. A. Good thinking, but no. The F word, no. Get. A. No. Gift. The. No. Human. Dumb. Are you saying this question is dumb? Women. Trump. No. Bizarre. The answer is the word set. Set is the word with the highest number of definitions in the Oxford English Dictionary. Is that crazy? What popular French magazine has long been known for its frequent use of paparazzi photos? I wouldn't have known this one either. What popular French magazine has long been known for its frequent use of paparazzi photos? That's correct. Paris Match is right. I think I have to scroll up a little bit. Yeah, SF Tesla. Paris Match is the right answer. So SF Tesla had it. Liz rocking it. Yeah. Okay, here comes the next one. You guys ready for it? Ooh, Liz used to read it. Cool. In mathematics, a collection of things is called a... In mathematics, a collection of things is called a... No, we're not French. It's called a group. It's actually called a set. SF Tesla, throwing it down. Yeah. A set. Trevor has it. SJ, teacher, Ren, John, Uncle Jim. It is a set. What's a word for a certain kind of military training, exercise, or simulation? What is a word for a certain type of military training exercise or some type of simulation? An evolution? No. A drill? Specialty? A lot of people saying game or drill. Game is part of it. It's a 2-word answer. Muster, drill. A dry run? It is a war game. That's exactly what it is. Teacher Lori goes for the win. Woohoo! What's a word for venison, wild turkey, pheasant, or rabbit? You guys sensing a theme here? Game. It is game. Yeah, Jennifer, I think, was the first to throw it down. Right? Is that right? Yeah. Wild game or game. Good job. Okay. And next one. What online site was recognized by the 2005 Guinness Book of World Records as the largest online dating site in the world? What online site was recognized by the 2005 Guinness Book of Records as the largest online dating site in the world? Match is the correct answer. Deidre gets it. It is Match. It is not, on the other hand, Trevor's answer. It is Match. Match is the correct answer. Well done, you guys. Okay. I appreciate all the answers, though, to be honest. In Egyptian mythology, what ancient god was originally god of the desert? In Egyptian mythology, what ancient god was originally god of the desert? I wouldn't have known it. Not Sphinx. Not Sphinx. Not Amun-Ra. Not Anubis. Walter gets it. Jan K gets it. I think Jan K was the first one to slap it down. That's right. It is Set. Set is the right answer. Or Set, according to Mars. Walter had it as well. Set. I wouldn't have known that one, so I'm impressed by you. What is the title of Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale about a young girl who dies trying to sell her products during the winter? The title of Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale about a young girl who dies trying to sell her products in the winter. I have not read this one. But SJ Lola has. Yep. It's the Little Match Girl. That's her name. Uncle Jim knows it. Gotta have to go back and read it now. The Little Match Girl. Mama gets it. Ren has it. Little Match Girl. Little math girl. Little Match Girl. I'm giving it to you anyways. Yep. You figured it out. Yep. Okay, next one. When a darts player wins 3 legs in a best out of 5 leg match, what has he won? When a darts player wins 3 legs in a best out of 5 leg match, what has he won? Yep, he's won a set. Deidre's right. He's won a set. He has match game set. That's right. The answer is set. Good job. Okay. What was the nickname of Swedish industrialist Ivar Kruger? The companies he founded manufactured more than 66% of the fiery items in the nickname. What was the nickname of Swedish industrialist Ivar Kruger? Do we know this? I'm going to give you this. Sparky. That actually would have been more creative. The Match King is correct. Yeah, he made matches. And the next one. We're almost done with these. Okay. Gene Rayburn was the longtime host of what American game show in which celebrities and contestants answered fill-in-the-blank questions? The Match Game. SF Tesla. Yep, that is correct. And lastly, under the game set match category, what is geocaching? What is geocaching? It's Match Game. Yep, it was. Yo mama. Finding crap. Geocaching is an outdoor treasure hunting game using GPS devices, is what it is. That was the answer. Okay. You want to play any more? I'll leave it up to you guys. You want to do a couple more questions or you want to wrap it up? What do you think? Scavenger hunt using GPS. Absolutely. That's what it is. Finding stuff with GPS. Yep. What do you think? More. I'm getting more. I'm getting answer for more. More. Okay, I have seen no one say you're done. Okay, more it shall be then. Let's talk about this. This is called the cookie jar. You guys ready for this? The first one is pretty easy, but we'll just go for it. Take a pair of toasted marshmallows, 4 squares of chocolate, and squish them between 2 graham crackers. What is the result? Perfect for summer, I must say. Graham crackers, marshmallows, chocolate. What would be the result of that? Not that I need the answer page for that, but I want to make sure that I say it like they say it. Because no cheating allowed. No shenanigans over here. Yeah. The answer is diabetes. The answer is not diabetes, though it should be. The answer is actually, yeah, s'mores. S'mores. Deidre getting it. Jennifer getting it. SJ, Lola, Ren, Heather. I think we all pretty much got it, right? Okay. Okay, the next one is a box of Nabisco animal crackers has 18 different kinds of animals, but only 4 have been there since the cookies first appeared in 1902. Which animals are they? The box of Nabisco animal crackers has 18 different kinds of animals. Only 4 have been there since the cookies first appeared in 1902. If you ever have those, especially you, Mama Day 3 boys, at your house, I'm telling you, do not look at the fat content on the back. It's shocking how fattening animal cookies are. Shocking, I say. Let me see. I'll go back up and see who got the answers correct. Deidre says bear. I need 4, but bear is indeed one of them. Giraffe is not. Lion is one of them. Lion, elephant, gorilla, tiger is not the correct answer. Giraffe, lion, elephant, tiger is a no. Lion, elephant, bear, tiger. Lion, tiger, bear, elephant. I'm giving it to Sandy. Lion, tiger, bear, elephant. It might be hard to sift through all of these. Elephant, lion, tiger, giraffe. Off by 1. Lion, tiger, lion, elephant, bear. You missed tiger, right? You're close, though. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Okay. Next one. Can you supply the missing name from this advertising slogan used for the 3rd most popular cookie in America? A cookie is just a cookie, but a blank is fruit and cake. A cookie's just a cookie, but a blank is fruit and cake. No, I can't supply it. If you get them in order, you get extra points. I wish I could give you extra points. But yes, I will give this to SJ, Lola, and Deidre, Sandy, Heather. It's Fig Newtons. A cookie's just a cookie, but a Fig Newton is fruit and cake. Most people think a biscotti is Italian for biscuits. It isn't. What does it actually mean? What does biscotti mean? Good job on Fig Newtons, you guys. Now I want Fig Newtons. You're welcome. It does mean, SJ Lola, twice cooked. And that, according to the answer key, is why biscotti are so nice and crisp, because it means twice cooked. Next one. What classic chocolate cookies, virtually unchanged by Nabisco since 1924, can be stacked and frosted with sweetened whipped cream to make a popular no-bake refrigerator cake? I've not done this. What classic chocolate cookies, virtually unchanged by Nabisco since 1924, can be stacked and frosted with sweetened whipped cream to make a popular no-bake refrigerator cake? probably wouldn't have gotten this one. And I don't think I've ever actually had these cookies, even though they've been around since 1924. Let me go back and see. You guys are funny. The answer is Famous Chocolate Wafers is the name of them. Famous Chocolate Wafers. I have not had them, nor have I frosted them like a weird cake. So, yeah, good job. Next one is, in England, cookies are called what? In England, cookies are called what? I only know this from reading British romance novels. In England, cookies are called biscuits. Biscuits. Who gets it first? Biscuits. Deidre says biscuits. Yeah, good job. Okay. Not every cookie gets its sweetening from sugar. Besides sugar, what ingredient gives ginger snaps their old-fashioned sweetness? It's not sugar. I would argue it's a type of sugar, but okay, if you want to be semantical about it. Ginger snaps are also sweetened by molasses. That is correct. Wouldn't you call molasses a type of sugar? I don't know. Yeah. Molasses, you guys. Good job. Molasses. Not stevia. Molasses. Yep. Okay. Next one. Which of the following is a top-selling Girl Scout cookie in America? Caramel Delights, Thin Mints, Lemonades, Peanut Butter Sandwiches, or Shortbread? I know the answer to this because I have sold many a box. It is indeed the Thin Mint. I would say in my Girl Scout cookie selling days, the Thin Mint and the Samoa were the most popular item. Peanut butter patties are pretty popular. Thin Mints, everyone gets the Thin Mints. Thin Mints, I think, are best served straight out of the freezer. Yeah, Thin Mints. Next one. We'll just do about 3 more. True or false? And for people in the Bay Area, we should know the answer. Fortune cookies originated in China. True or false? True or false? Fortune cookies originated in China. Trevor Starr says it's true. Nancy says F for false. It is indeed false. Fortune cookies are an American invention, and indeed, they were invented in San Francisco, I believe, right? Deidre's like, yeah, San Francisco. Which cookie was invented as a health food and is often crushed to make pie crust? No, it's not Oreos. Which cookie is often crushed to make pie crust? That is correct. A graham cracker. Oh, Mo says no, it was in Oakland. I don't know. I thought it was in San Francisco, but okay. Graham cracker is the correct answer. And the last question for this edition of Trivia Thursday is, which sandwich cookie was originally sold in Britain in 1912 in 2 flavors, lemon meringue and cream? Which sandwich cookie was originally sold in Britain in 1912 in 2 flavors? It was lemon meringue and cream. Yes, I'm so impressed by you guys. Oreo. Absolutely. Trevor Starr said Oreo, but I don't know if you meant if you meant the last one or this one, but I'll give it to you because you did say it first. Oreo says Ren. Oreo. Yes. Very good. I've never had a lemon meringue Oreo or a creme Oreo. Huh. Well, thus concludes Trivia Thursday. Thank you guys for playing along. It's always so much fun. You guys are so smart and you're always so quick on the uptake with the answers. So thank you for playing from tech to cookies. We had a really good time. I would love, love, love to thank Doug for slapping down $5 today in order to keep this show rolling. Huge, huge thank you, Doug. And I have to say thank you also for all your positive comments. You're so complimentary and nice no matter what the comment is. I appreciate that. Same for Luis. Kim, Mega is over 200 million. Is it? Get yourself a couple of ticks if you win. Buy yourself a stegosaurus. I have to tell you, Luis, if I won 200 million, the first thing I would do would be give away money every Trivia Thursday. Like, cash prizes for everyone. I would not buy a stegosaurus. Can you imagine spending $44 million? Unless you were like a museum curator and it was part of like money from a foundation for the public interest. Can you imagine that? $44 million on a stegosaurus. Luis, thank you for the $5 and thank you also for the positive comments. You guys always have the nicest things to say, and I read the comments in after hours after the show is over and people come in to watch it and the record. And I'm always so happy about this community, both the live and the people better than dead, right? No, the people that catch the show live and the people that catch it recorded, just the nicest. And I love this. I just love you guys. Really cool. All right. I will see you tomorrow. Again, the Nikki Maduro show tomorrow starts at 10 and it's an extended show. I will tell you that. And I really like the conversation that you'll hear. And then tomorrow on the Mark Thompson Show, Friday Fabulous Florida, Michael Schur, Michael Snyder, and right here on the After Party Live, Tim Sika coming in with movie reviews. So I will see you tomorrow. I hope you have a really great rest of your Thursday and make it a good one. For now, I'll talk to you.
The After Party Live would like to thank the following contributors and viewers like you.
It is not just longer. It's like, surprise, woohoo!